He had the little nerd guarding me at this
All right,
game.
just about set for
He was
football.
talking to me.
The
I'm like,
crowd
boy, you
is
about to cook
definitely
you. Like,
ready.
if you guarding
So are
me,
we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be
ain't
taken
no way.
down right at the
Ain't
29-yard
no way.
line.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, ain't no way you the answer. I mean, it's like 5'7". Don't work, buddy.
So they
King
come to the
for
line
aggressive
for
ball.
first down and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer.
I would
The
have
offensive
do
linemen
that.
don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down.
I came here to play with Kid.
Maybe
This nigga, as soon as I get there, he running
is an
scared.
incompletion. An early
Fuck
test
his
to
tail.
start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Once again, it's Barkley. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Hurts looking to throw on first down. Quick throw, taken in. He is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll take this up to the 30. A pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Rashee Rice. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
15.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Mahomes. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
He's going to keep it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He finds Jahan Dotson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level. They could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. 14-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Here's third down and a few inches. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. It's 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with...
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. That went out wide and intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. Over the middle to Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, 73 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Come back!
Mahomes now to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a yard. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Fire down these two.
Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Second and 10.
Yellow!
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mahomes takes it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A 1st down carry for Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over the 30-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now here's Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route, because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 33 yards that time. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
63, 63, 63.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. Sheds off the tackle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now back to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, He won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry
I'm
first?
showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
We're back now in KC. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
They go play action with Hurts.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.